The man's feet suddenly left the ground, and he began to float. Sensing danger, he darted into a nearby restaurant, but others seemed to notice something was amiss, casting eerie glances his way. Feeling uneasy, he accepted a glass of water from a waiter, only to watch it vanish into thin air. Looking around, he saw other patrons tapping on tables, murmuring strange sounds. More unnerving, the chef seemed possessed, chopping rhythmically with a cleaver. Even the fish in the restaurant tanks began to mouth silently, and the paintings on the walls seemed to come alive. As their movements became faster and faster, the chef's features twitched uncontrollably, his fingers elongating and contracting at will. Other diners were clearly not normal people either. Their eyes expanded and contracted bizarrely. The man was terrified. The waiter came immediately to comfort him, only to see her suddenly knelt before the man, her eyes sprouting octopus-like tendrils, tears streaming down his face. He watched as featureless guests danced before him. The man too was affected. His own features began to distort wildly when he finally left the restaurant. His facial features had entirely vanished. The mother-in-law secretly took out a vial of liquid and poured it into the girl's drink. The maid witnessed this act. Just as they were about to drink, the maid poured water onto the mother-in-law. The girl immediately helped wipe off the water stains from her, while the maid quietly swapped the drinks. When they picked up their drinks again, the mother-in-law quickly noticed something was amiss and threw her phone to the ground. While the girl was distracted picking up the phone, she switched the drinks back. The maid, feeling desperate, pretended to faint on the sofa. The girl rushed to her side to offer assistance and handed her own drink to the maid. The maid took a sip and promptly spat the drink onto the mother-in-law. Enraged, the mother-in-law dismissed the girl and slapped the maid across the face, firing her on the spot. But her malicious actions didn't stop. She went to the kitchen and poured powder into the girl's salad. The maid pleaded with her to stop, but she was determined to drive the girl away to keep her son to herself. Suddenly, a scream echoed through the house. When the mother-in-law rushed to the kitchen, she found her son collapsed on the floor. In this story, the mother-in-law's sinister deeds and the maid's decisive counteractions reveal the complexity and dark side of human nature. The girl's daily lunch consisted only of a plate of gold, because a tycoon had told her that if she refrained from eating regular meals, she would receive a bag of gold every day. The girl was obsessed with gold. One day, she visited a jewelry store and swallowed a gold necklace. The clerk was furious and was about to throw her out when a tycoon intervened, offering to buy all the gold the girl had swallowed. Upon hearing this, the girl grabbed a gold ring and greedily swallowed it as well. Suddenly, she choked on the gold and collapsed. The tycoon remained calm, handing another stack of money to the clerk. When the girl woke up, the tycoon presented her with a plate of gold and a plate of salad, letting her choose her lunch. Without hesitation, the girl chose the gold. Later that evening, the girl sneaked into the kitchen and found the refrigerator empty, leaving her feeling desperate. At that moment, the butler discovered her. Unable to resist the girl's pleading, the butler secretly handed her a sandwich. The girl ate the sandwich happily, but then heard the footsteps of the tycoon approaching, forcing her and the butler to hide under the table. This story explores the girl's greed for money and her eventual reflection on the material world, conveying a profound lesson about desires versus genuine needs. With its tight plot and emotional ups and downs, the narrative leaves a deep impression and invites reflection.